Hey everyone, welcome back to Deb and Matt Chat. Today we've got some big news for all you cruise lovers, especially those dreaming of the South Pacific. We're talking about the highly anticipated Perfect Day at Lelepa.
Yep, it's finally happening, sort of. After months, actually probably years of speculation, there's actually been a semi-solid update from none other than Royal Caribbean's CEO, Michael Bayley, and believe me, the island experience is going to be a game changer. But Deb, let's dive in. What's happened?
Yeah, so you may or may not remember back in April, we were aboard a Royal Caribbean ship and we'd got word of some of the staff had been let off the ship to go over to Lelepa to do some scanning of the island, to think about, you know, what kind of tours you could have. So we brought that in April. And then it's gone a little bit quiet. People were speculating maybe or maybe not. But today it has come out. Where have we seen it, Matt?
So Royal Caribbean blog have dropped a post today. So Matt, the other awesome cruiser from Royal Caribbean blog, the other awesome Matt, there's a story that's been published on the Ultimate World Cruise, which is wrapping up this week. Michael Bayley, the CEO of Royal Caribbean, in a Q&A session, was discussing 3 of Royal Caribbean's upcoming Perfect Day experiences, their private island experiences. The last one that he discussed was Lelepa.
So looking at, it wasn't clear, it might be 2026, 2027 season.
Yep.
Not completely confirmed just yet.
No. But look, there's a lot more to this story, Deb, than just simply Michael Bayley making a pass, you know, what some people are describing as a passing comment, what some people are saying is just still a little bit of a carrot being dangled. It may not happen. I'm pretty confident, and I want to tell everyone why. So, look, there's a whole, I've been following this. Obviously,
you have, yeah.
Our cruise in April, we spoke to staff while we were on Quantum of the Seas that day. They had been to the island. They were over there, actually scouting, as you mentioned.
They mentioned that construction had actually started.
Yeah, some kind. I'm not exactly sure.
No.
That in reality, that may be that they were simply constructing upgrades of their own local infrastructure.
Yeah, could have been.
You know, we don't know for certain. But what we do know is staff were there and they were working with and scouting activities and locations and things with the locals from Lelepa on that day.
Absolutely.
That very day that we spoke to them.
That's it.
Now, since then, the Perfect Day at Lelepa page disappeared from the Royal Caribbean website.
Yes.
Which raised a whole lot of speculation about, oh, it's done, the project's over with, Royal Caribbean are going to abandon this. I wasn't totally convinced. There were some just things that I wasn't sure about. There'd been a previous cruise where Lelepa had been mentioned again by some Royal Caribbean stuff. And then in early August, late July, early August, a massive survey dropped in inboxes around
for all the
country.
customers.
All these customers that travel through the South Pacific. So, yeah, one of the interesting things was, and you didn't get to this till halfway through the survey, but it was huge when you got there, and it took up a whole lot of things. And as you can see, one of the very first, or the way they set this up. Now, imagine that you are going on a cruise holiday in Australia. During this cruise, you'll visit a private destination with beach access, available exclusively to Royal Caribbean guests. We'd like to talk to you about this private destination and get your opinion and feedback.
Yeah, so then they've basically asked you, you know, is it something that you'd be interested in to go snorkeling and shopping and have cultural experience, vibrant activities, island promises? I don't know. Yeah, it was.
So it starts off asking you, are you interested?
Yes.
But then it actually starts getting into some quite detailed questions. So it starts asking you, if you're going to a private destination, what's there? Tell us, how would you, this is an example right now.
Yeah.
Tell us how you would like to spend your time while on this unique and exclusive private destination during a cruise. Is it bonding with friends? Is it exploring, adventuring, living it up? they start getting
All of
into
the above.
all the above, right? There's a few different things here. How would you ideally want to experience this private island feel? What do you want to do? Do you want to relax? Are you interested in shore excursions, historical landmarks? So as you can see, there's a heck of a lot of detail in this survey.
Yeah, there actually is.
So, and again, not a lot of people put a lot of thought into this. So this for me was a big thing because when I put this survey, just this survey, together with the page coming down off the Royal Caribbean website, I thought, okay, there's something going on here because, and what I looked at was, I reckon this is about a marketing relaunch. How are we now? We've teased it. How are we specifically going to market this now to the Australian market?
Yeah. So what else did you find? We found some articles from the Vanuatu tourism.
Yeah, so this is where things continue to progress. So we know that Royal Caribbean have a strong relationship. They do build relationships with their local communities that they are visiting. We know that that's a thing that they do, and we've seen in recent times. Only, in fact, this story was published on one of the digital media websites in Vanuatu on the 31st of August. You've got a number of people from Royal Caribbean, including the Vice President and Managing Director of Royal Caribbean Australia and New Zealand, Gavin Smith, visiting the head teacher of Amaro Primary School in Vanuatu on Lelepa Island.
Just shows that they definitely have a commitment to the region, don't they?
Well, they do, and look, there's a whole range of. Some people will be critical. Oh, this is just so they can buy their way in and whatever else. At the end of the day, corporates are expected to do this sort of thing now, and Royal Caribbean do that, and they are on the ground there, supporting schools, providing resources and that sort of thing on Lelepa Island. So they're doing that, and that in itself, again, shows that the relationship, and remember, this was after it disappeared from, Lelepa disappeared from the website.
This was just only a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Gavin Smith has been a busy man because in August, he was also, as reported on the Trav Media website, so a media website for the travel industry, you'd see here, the Vanuatu Tourism Office has signed an agreement with the Royal Caribbean Group, and this includes the signing was witnessed by a number of people, including Australian government representatives, trade commissioners, those sorts of things. But it is all around looking at basically market research. So they're going to undertake visitor research and data sharing to understand what the cruise travelers' preferences and sentiments are and spending behaviours in and around Vanuatu.
And obviously looking at the locals already on the island.
Yeah.
Yes, and what tours they can be providing and
exactly. So this again shows that this sort of information is all about it's a benefit for both Vanuatu and for Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean have got the ability to provide this. They've obviously got a customer base that they can provide the market research for. So, look, I'm convinced. I'm not 100% sure on time.
No, and look, we can never be 100% certain on anything, but the more and more we look into this, the more and more we see that this is a project that might actually make it.
My view is Lelepa is happening.
Yeah.
Michael Bayley has said Lelepa is going to happen 2026 or 2027. Look, that can also be a bit blurry as well because our cruise season is different. So the sort of traditional summer cruise season for the US fits into a calendar year, whereas it doesn't here in Australia. Like our cruise season straddles calendar years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it could be a 26-27 cruise season. Officially, Royal Caribbean haven't announced the cruise itineraries yet.
No, they haven't.
However, I'm going to just pull something up. I'm just going to jump over and show you something. Excuse me, Deb. Just let me punt you out of the way here. We're just going to come over to the cruise ship schedule for Brisbane Cruise Terminal. And if we have a look, at the moment, we don't have anything passed for Royal Caribbean. Now, this is the interesting thing. At the moment, Voyager of the Seas is scheduled to be visiting Brisbane, as you can see there, until the 6th of March, 2027. And then you've got the 22nd of March, 2027. And then, traditionally, as you know, they don't leave until April. And there's no departure. So let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. We don't know for certain yet, but I suspect, if not before, we will know probably next year, or maybe later this year. In April, next year, we will know the 2026 cruise season, and we may have hints then as to when Lelepa's happening. We will continue to follow this.
Absolutely. So stay tuned in with us.
We are very, very excited. We think this will be great. We actually hope as well that this will encourage some other private island experiences. Obviously, Carnival are going through some changes in Australia, but they also have private island experiences in the Caribbean.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it would be great to see something like that from them.
Something more closer to us, yeah, absolutely.
And they've had some pretty significant investment that they've made into Vanuatu. They're looking at investment in Mystery Island. So that's it, guys. We are wrapping up that video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Lelepa, we do believe it's going to happen.
Yeah, please like and subscribe so then you can actually get the notifications of when we might have any other future updates.
We have linked the original video from March here on the screen now. April. It's on the screen now. You can click on that. There's a couple of other videos here as well that you can enjoy. Again, like and subscribe. See you in the next video.
See ya.